French.
We do.
Okay, sir, we came in about an hour when you guys were all talking. Was there something that was brought up over and over again, a topic that was brought up over and over again?
I think the thing that I remember most, because it was repeated so many times, is you got to start early. You got to get to these folks who become filled with hate, who end up doing things that are irrational before they become adults. Talk to them, get to them when they're children. And we have a lot of work to do when you only have one crisis counselor per school.
El Pasoans coming out here to show their love and support, something that they say they have in their nature. It's instinctual for them to do. Every candle, every balloon, every cross, all laid down in honor of the 22 victims and those who were wounded, doing something so routine, going shopping on a Saturday morning.
We really are a safe city, and just, we would never have expected this to happen here.
El Pasoans, they take pride in their city, quick to defend its name and even quicker to open the door and welcome newcomers inside their home, which is why the locals say memorials like this one, it's not a surprise. When one hurts, they all hurt.
We're just here to support them, to let them know that they're not by themselves, and that the families are suffering from the tragedies that happen.
An outpouring of love has blanketed the city. This car club unloaded several cases of water at Del Sol Medical Center. That's where several of the victims are recovering.
Well, we're still showing that we're still strong, as a community, we're still gonna fight, keep each other
It's the El Paso way, which is why the entire city is trying to understand why someone would come here and do harm.
Basically because this person drove 600 miles and violated our city.
This is a peaceful, loving, multicultural city, and we don't deserve this. El Paso, strong forever.
And you can see those white crosses there. Those appeared this morning, every single one dedicated to one of the victims who lost their lives. And we've also learned tonight that President Trump is scheduled to visit El Paso on Wednesday. In El Paso, Charlie Edsity, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
And back here at home, new developments in the Malia Davis case. The only suspect charged in connection to her death faces new charges. We learned officials charged Derion Vence with injury to a child.
Now, you might remember that Vence is the one investigators believe last saw Davis alive. ABC 13's Stephanie Coley joins us with the latest.
Well, in the DA's initial release, they asserted that all of the evidence is in and has been reviewed, including the autopsy report, which was pivotal in this case. They said in a release to us, after review of all of the evidence, including the autopsy results, prosecutors determined there was sufficient evidence to charge Vence with intentionally and knowingly causing serious bodily injury to a child younger than 15 years of age. So I reached out and I asked if this is it, or could we still see additional charges? The DA's office got back to me and said there is still a possibility of more charges as they continue to work on Malia Davis's case. It's been quite a long process that we've seen here, waiting to see how investigators and prosecutors would move forward. In June, just about a month after her remains were found dumped on the side of the road in Arkansas, the medical examiner said homicidal violence was the cause of death. And now it appears the autopsy shows Malia suffered serious injuries on her body, prosecutors say at the hands of Vence. When I called the medical examiner's office earlier today, they told me that autopsy report won't be available to us until this case is closed. The DA's office reiterated to me in a message that this charge, causing serious bodily injury to a child, carries a penalty of up to life in prison. And you can't forget about the other charge that he was indicted on, tampering with evidence. That's about 5 to 20 years in prison. I'm Stephanie Coley, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, for the second time, David Temple waits to find out what a jury will decide.
Well, the former A-Leaf Hastings football coach is on trial again for the murder of his wife, Belinda, and their unborn baby 20 years ago. He was convicted in 2007, but an appeals court threw out that conviction in 2016.
To bring us up to speed on today's closing arguments and how long the jury is expected to deliberate tonight, we turn to ABC 13's Deborah Wrigley.
After 4 hours of closing arguments, the jury began deliberations about an hour and a half ago. They will stop those deliberations at 7 p.m. and then be sent to their hotel rooms for the night. For nearly a month, David Temple has been on trial a second time for the murder of his pregnant wife, Belinda, in 1999. He's accused of shooting her, staging a break-in to cover up the crime. He was convicted in the first trial, went to prison, appealed, which led to a retrial because evidence was withheld from the defense. But the arguments now are much the same.
Did David Temple had of a motive? Of all of her world, did anybody else want her out of the way?
The state contends Temple was no longer happy with his wife, was having an affair, and wanted out of the marriage. He had an alibi, but the state argues it didn't hold up, while the defense again argued it was in fact a break-in that turned deadly, and it wasn't David Temple who did it, but suspects who were never charged.
The only smoking gun was the shotgun belonging to a kid who Belinda Temple was afraid of.
The outcome rests on reasonable doubt. The jury has to reach a unanimous decision and will be sequestered this evening. Deborah Bickley, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Showers move through parts of the viewing area this afternoon.
Yeah, so the big question, what can we expect for the rest of the week? Let's turn to ABC 13 Chief Forecaster David Tillman for an update. David?
Well, it looks like the big heat ridge is heading back into southeast Texas. Right now it's to the west of us, allowing for disturbances to make it around that ridge, make it into southeast Texas and give us a slight chance for rain. After Wednesday, that heat ridge is going to move right over our area and stick around for several days to come. That basically means we're going to see the hottest weather of the summer so far as we get into the latter parts of the week. Normal high temperatures 95. I think that's when we'll wind up coming up for you Tuesday. 97 on Wednesday, and then look at this, upper 90s for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and into Monday as well. We might even hit 100 degrees at some point during that time. And as far as rainfall goes, well, there's a 30% chance on Tuesday, 20% on Wednesday. No rain once the heat ridge moves in. The best place to get a shower for your Tuesday is going to be from Houston to the east and south. You go north and west of town, only a 20% chance. So not much rain, a whole lot of heat, typical summertime weather for the Houston area.
Thanks a lot, and a big traffic alert for you if you're heading out on the southeast side. A pair of oversized crates are set to begin their final leg of their journey across town tonight. The crates are carrying parts of a 3-story drilling ship and have been slowly making their way from northwest Houston to the Bayport Cruise Terminal over the last 3 nights. The crates are currently in Pearland. The city says the large convoy escorting them will be on the road again around 8:30 tonight. So drivers are warned there will be closures and slowdowns along the route.
The new school year is around the corner, and this year's sales tax holiday gives you the chance to stock up on things that you might need for back to school. The sales tax holiday is the 9th through the 12th. That's this Friday through Monday, next Monday. Sales tax is exempt on items like clothing, shoes, and school supplies. Those items can also be purchased tax-free on the website texastaxholiday.org. Now, we have everything you need to know about the sales tax holiday posted on abc13.com. That's also where you can find all of the back-to-school info that you might need, such as where to get your child's immunizations, back-to-school expos, and sports physicals. Well, thank you for getting caught up on the evening news.
Yes, be sure to join us again tonight at 10 here on ABC 13. Good night.